first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Now Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Eric Saubert, 75 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He's got room at the 30. He's still on his feet, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 60 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Wilson. And the the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They just tried to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have cut the lead back down to 2.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2.
Wilson going to throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked
as we speak.
Points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
So many times in my career, at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Smith.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Once again, we see the Seahawks line up to go for 2. Geno's going to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cortland Sutton, 63 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdown.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's got some space here.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the red zone now, Smith. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker on his way to a monster game.
3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Down the left sideline, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Williams going to get it.
Right at the 20.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On third down, here's Williams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here we go with Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. Now the Seahawks again deciding to go for 2. Here's Smith looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Back now in Seattle, Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck taking it in from a yard out.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Geno now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andrew Beck with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing again is Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On first down, Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. To throw is Smith. Rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts.
I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it.